Hello everyone, I'm back again with a new kit. This is the ClearProp MiG-19PM from the Ukraine in 70-second scale, and the kit I have in my hands is the MiG-19PM, which has 4 interceptor missiles and radar nose to aid in that. And they also had at the show the P version, which is the перехватчик or the interceptor, which was the first version, which had 2 30mm guns at the base of the wing. The two kits are basically brothers. They have some common parts in them. The kit was designed using a 3D CAD 3D scan of the actual aircraft, so it should be as accurate as possible and shape-wise. As far as the details goes on the kit itself, well, let's have a look what we have inside. There are 2 bags which hold all the plastic parts and all the sprues. And let's have a look. Well, of course, the main part is the fuselage. Let's have a look. I said that the P and the PM have a common base, and you can see this by looking here. There is a gun blast plate, steel plate, riveted to the fuselage, which is normally for the P version. For the PM, for the missile version, you will just simply have to sand it down, and you will have, that's the only main work you need to make on this kit to make it a correct PM version. One thing which is fascinating and interesting is that you have a very nice soft and perfectly smooth surface with engraved panel lines, and it is interesting to see that from one side to the other the quality of the surface is exactly the same. It's very nice, clean, and perfect. Some manufacturers have some sun-blasted, affected kind of orange peel on the sides and smooth on the top, but here you have it perfect on every side. On the inside, you will get some details, and what's more, you get the correct profile of the fuselage front, and you get the details for the internal surface of the intake on the inside. There are some interesting lines here, but you will see later on that there are some inserts which go in there, positioning for the engine. On the outside, you see some very nice rivets, which are not really rivets. Those are the fasteners on the different service panels, and there are some nice vents for the different parts. You have at the back the cooling intakes, and in order to have them all with the correct cross-section, what they did was to remove the ones at the bottom, because otherwise you would have had squashed intakes and so they remove them from the actual surface, and you get them separately, so when you glue it in place you will have a perfect cross section for those bits and pieces. How about the bottom? You have here a very nicely detailed inside of the air brake, main fuselage air brake. Some very nice vents. You have the RAK directional antenna. There's the MRP antenna as well, and some nice cooling outlets, vents, and once again the surface is perfect and smooth. Here you have this is where the air brake should be, sorry, the parachute brake container is inside, and once again some really nice small details. Have a look at the size of that, and they show really nice. Okay, you have another sprue which has all the side air brakes, the inside of the side air brakes. You have parts of the wheels which are made in two parts. You have the exhaust of the RD9 engines. And you have two air brakes. One is for the closed version, the other one is for the open version. You have some engine exhaust details here, and the front of the RD9 engines. And here you have those interesting bits with the same line which go inside and which make up the intake of the engine. This is the inside which you pop in on the inside of the fuselage for the side air brakes. You have the seat pan. As you can see, this is the seat pan for the curtain type ejection seat, and this is the upper part of the lip on the inside of the intake for the radar nose. And what else? Not much on this one. You have this is the floor of the cockpit. You have the different main engine bay doors. Nice touch that you even have the lock mechanism on it. You have the front wheel and the main wheel inserts for the brakes and for the inside. Once again, you have some very nice details there. They look perfect. This is the after part of the canopy, the sliding canopy, and you have the instruments on the side of the cockpit, on the inside wall. Here's the other one. Once again, some very nice details there. You have the sides of the ejection seat. This is the sides of the nose undercarriage bay. You have a fin on the underside of the fuselage, and everything is very nice and smooth and clean, with some really nicely defined surface details. So basically you don't need any extras, you don't need a 3D printed decal for it. You can just paint it, add the decals inside the kit, and you will have it as. Here's the K5 missile, the guided missile, and the APU-4 missile rails. The missiles have a cutout for the fins, and here you get the fins. So you put this part in there, and you don't need to adjust the angle of the fins. You will get a perfect 90-degree angle. There are the front fins, and we also have a separate bag with the canopy. You have the transparent parts. You have two versions, one which has the antenna on the top of the plexiglass. You have the front, and you have one without the antennas. There's an armor plate, some lights, the other bag holds some more sprues, and of course the main sprue is the wings, which once again have a really nice smooth finish. You have the antenna at a correct shape and angle. There are no rivets as such on the aircraft, but if you want, you can add them. They did add all the fasteners for the panels, which are more visible, and they are fairly big in size on the real aircraft, so those are visible in comparison to the traditional rivets. Here you have the inside of the wheel bay with some very nice details, and as you can see, there will be some photo-etch parts and some side walls going in there to complete the part. Okay, some small bits and pieces. Main undercarriage legs, the inside of the nose wheel bay, some antennas, some all sorts of the small intakes that you need, another main gear, some I don't know what they are, some small intakes. There are some small intakes here as well. You have the afterburner holding rings. You have a separate pitot, and the big antenna on the back of the aircraft. And those parts are really small. Okay, the top of the back of the engine. Wow, I like it. Horizontal stabilizers. There are two different fin routes for the PM and for the P version given in the kit. They are double-sided, and you have the vertical fin. You get an insert which adds to the top. You get the rudder separately, so you can position it at your own will. And here it is. The trailing edge is really sharp, nice and sharp. Just as for the, I don't know if it's visible or not, but the trailing edge for the horizontal stabilizers is really nice and sharp. You don't need to sand it to make it a correct cross section. And the last one is some fuel tanks. Some external fuel tanks. On top of the wing you have these fences, aerodynamic fences, once again with really sharp edges. You have the inside of the afterburner cans. You have some, you have separately, you have the ailerons, once again with some nice sharp edges. One thing missing, but it's fairly easy to make, are the drain holes. There is a front and a back portion of the fuel tank which were separated completely, and on the bottom they had a drain hole for each of those tanks. And like here you can see that on top you have a separate filler cap for the front and for the back section. More about this later, but first let's see what else we have with the kit. You have the decals, and you have a photo-etch set. The photo-etch set is for the different small bits and pieces inside the main gear doors, and also you have some straps for the ejection seat. And the decal has a first of all, it has a common decal for all the stencils, and which has separately here the line, under the line you have the decals for the missiles, and you have a complete set of stencils for the MiG-19, and I'm sure that the line above this will hold some further decals for future versions. In this kit you get an East German, a Czech, a Russian, a Bulgarian, a Hungarian, and a Polish version paint scheme. And once again, the decals are perfectly printed with traditional screen printing, none of that home-based inkjet printer rubbish that some manufacturers do. This is screen printed as it should be, and it adds all the small details. I don't know if it will be visible, but you can read all the stencils in 70-second scale, and not because they are too large, but because they are screen printed. And this is the technology which should be used by others. The kit had some controversy, and some manufacturers were complaining about the price. Some other manufacturers were complaining about the price, saying that it's highly overpriced in comparison to the kits that they do. And the thing is that I know that some of the modelers were begging some manufacturers to make the MiG-19 basically because it was also made it's a nice aircraft, but also because it was made and produced in their own country, and the kit manufacturer said that no, this is a marginal kit, and it's unimportant and people will not buy it and it's not interesting. In comparison to this, on the first day at Moshon, they sold out. By noon, they sold out completely the MiG-19PM version, and by the evening, all the Ps were gone once again. So I think it was worthwhile for the company to invest and to do the research, to do the 3D scan of the real aircraft, and produce the kit. As far as I know, there will be some further kits on the way. They could be an S version, the early version. If you look at the breakdown of the parts, it is obvious, but I'm sure we will have to wait a bit for that. Some 30 or so years ago, I did my own etching for the MiG-19 at that time, for the KP version. So I think, although this kit doesn't need any extra outside help, still there are some very fine details which you can add from etching, and also maybe if you are a very demanding modeler, maybe you can have also the pitot and also the front of the rails. Master in Poland is producing those. Okay, so this was the ClearProp 72nd scale MiG-19PM kit, as a brand new one. And I don't know if you noticed, there's one thing is missing from the kit. And I did contact the manufacturer, and they said that yes, I'm right, there is one thing missing from the kit, but they will, in later production sets, they will have them. But for those who already bought the kit, they can have a look at the site of the manufacturer, and they will post it. The thing missing from the instruction is there should be a separate set of drawings for positioning of all the stencils. They were in a hurry to make the kit available for the Moshon show, so those drawings were not ready, and but they should be in all the later ones. But if you are one of the lucky ones buying the kit at Moshon, then just go to the site of the producer, and there you will have the instructions for the stencils. See you next time.